Hey guys, I am the West Man. This is Ratgasm. Today we're going to get back onto that 10-bolt rear end. We're going to call this one Ratgasm Part 5, the 10-bolt. Hey guys, this is my place. Stick around when you might hear the West Man say, "Crying out loud, what?" Can you remember your line?
I got it now. Hey, babes.
For crying out loud, what?
I just brought you out a glass of pop.
And you forgot again.
Hold on.
This is take 3 because Ginger has fucked up.
Hey, babes.
For crying out loud, what?
I just brought you out a drink. Well, I get into the acting when you do that, where you're like, hey, babes.
For crying out loud, what?
I just brought you out a drink. What's the matter? I did it!
Yeah, but you got this. I just brought you out a drink. What's the matter? I just brought you out a drink.
Didn't see that?
No, but they can hear the pause.
Oh, you want it all together?
Yeah, I just brought you out a drink. What's the matter? I just brought you out a drink. Are you okay?
You're gonna switch it on me now?
Maybe. I just brought you out a drink. Are you okay? And I'll say, I just hit my finger.
Yeah, that's right.
Ever-evolving dialogue.
What's the matter? Hold on, I got it.
I'm just readjust my thing. I've hit so many times, I got about knocked out of the light.
I was looking down at the battery and then I was like, heard you hit, and I'm like, oh yeah. Okay, ready?
I've been ready.
Okay, let's go. Hey, babes.
Fuck! Crying out loud! What?
I just brought you a drink. What's the matter?
I just hit my... You just hit my finger. Probably cut to the bone.
Are you gonna require stitches?
That's it.
Okay.
I am now going to go ahead and start on that rear end. I've got to knock these original ladder bar brackets off and then go around and burn all that other stuff in. The new ladder bar mounts, the shock mounts, and that Panhard bar mount. So we're going to get those burned in. So I'm going to set you guys up. Let's get to it and we'll get you up. We'll start on that, all right? What do you mean, come on, man? Alright, I went ahead and got both of those old mounts cut off the plasma cutter. Now I've got to go around there and clean those up. And what happened way back in the day is that those were for 3-inch axle tubes. So it's a piece of rebar wrapped around there and welded on. So then those 3-inch mounts would hold the, would fit. So now, I mean, they're not in the way really, but I'm going to see if I can do my best to clean those up. right, so as you can see, I got these all cleaned up, got them big hunks off of there, ground off and smoothed up. That is a big frickin' bug. And now, he's a dead bug. Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. I am just cleaning up the dead carcass of a man-eating June bug. I was lucky to escape with my life. You know, you use $10 worth of welding wire just to get it through the trigger. There we go. There we go. Okay, so now we can get back to it. Nice night out. It's not been very nice. We've had a lot of rain, been kind of cool. It wasn't hot today, but it was probably 82 or 83 degrees. All right, my nephew, Jeff Stone, lives out Joplin, Missouri area, and he said he was going to have to start taking Geritol and eating right and getting plenty of rest and sleep and taking care of himself because he wants to live long enough to see me finish this thing. Stone, just for you, getting back to it. That's not too bad at all. So that is that. Peace! Oh! I was jamming to some Neverwake earlier. You guys have heard me play it a few times in a couple of these YouTube videos. Neverwake is my son's band. We are going to be going down to the Hard Rock Cafe, and they're going to be putting on their annual Sleepwalkers Ball, which is a fundraiser down at the Hard Rock Cafe in Pittsburgh for Pittsburgh Children's Hospital. You guys should get online, check them out. Neverwake, one word. Let me make a little temperature adjustment, I say. I just can't win for losing. There we go. I wish I had like a 10-stall garage. Alas, though, I don't. My name is the West Man, and this is my 1-stall garage. I am lucky that I am way better looking than my welds are. Well, that's not bad. On to the next one. Away! that is most of all that. Clean some of those up. Oh, wait a second. So I'm going to have to let that cool down a few minutes. Probably go over that with a wire wheel, clean it up a little bit. And I will bring you guys back. We're going to have to try to start putting this thing back in the chassis so we can get it located and get those other two brackets on, like I mentioned earlier, that had popped off when I was banging around and cleaning that up and all that stuff. Yeah, there you are. Now here's the other two. I already got them cleaned up. Just need to locate the rear end, get these in place and put those on. So I'll bring you guys back in just a bit. All right, so I'm going to see if I can get that rear end rolled back up there underneath the chassis without hurting myself, hurting the chassis. Oh, my finger, hurting that again, hurting my feeling. All right, now this is going to be just great. Da-da-da-da-da-da. Da, 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 da. I got it off of here by myself. There! Okay, well, let's see what we've got. I'm going to have to wait and get the bars on first, because that's not going to work. What we've got here is failure to communicate. Some men you just can't reach. So you get what we had here last week, which is the way he wants it. Well, he gets it. I don't any more than you men do. Never said it was going to be easy. Getting hot and sweaty. Get one of these shocks on. And here in just a few minutes I'll have to take them both back off. Oh, my goodness. Once I get it back apart and get that welding done, I'll clean up that rear end and go ahead and get a splash of some paint on it. Oh, Nelly. Ugh. I don't know if I mentioned it, but man, am I excited to get this thing done. Drivable. Crazy good time. Crazy. Okay. Okay, now this stuff so far is just all screwed in here, finger tight. So that's what we've got going on so far. Now we just got to locate this other ladder bar on this side so we can get those ladder bar mounts tacked in over here. I'm guessing, I don't know, maybe we can get to it without those other old brackets in there, but we're gonna have to get those welded on. So, pick up my nuts. Those nuts, guys are dirty. Whoops! I mentioned my nephew Scone a while ago. Man, years and years and years ago, he had an old two-wheel drive Toyota pickup truck that he put a Stone, what was it, a 455? Is that what that was? Put a 455 in it, and then he literally had a plywood bed on it. I don't remember what happened to the original bed, whether he was trying to get another bed or what he was doing, but he, just so he could drive it, had a piece of plywood on the back. And driving it around town, and pulled up to a red light, did not realize that the cops had pulled up behind him and did a great big smoky burnout right in front of the parking garage. I believe you got a ticket for that, didn't you, Stone? All right, let's see, where are those brackets? See, now, since this was all pre-set up, all I got to do now that this other stuff is on there is get these brackets bolted onto the ladder bar, get them up against that rear end, and I'm going to take some measurements, make sure I'm good. So we're ready to tack those on. Ready to tack them on. There. See, with that Panhard bar and everything in there, I mean, that should be the only measurement I'm really going to have to worry about is making sure those are even. Get those babies tacked into place. Let me grab a tape measure. Oh, Mr. Tape Measure. Where did my brand new tape measure go? Oh, there it is. Okay, 3 inches from the center of the bar into the frame rail, front and back. I really need to get a strap on that. Strap on. I bet I could almost use a handful of zip ties, but grab a strap. All right. Who stole my stuff? I had a, oh, there they are. Sorry guys, I was about to accuse somebody of, this my shit. I want to wrap this around and suck it in tight to the axle housing before I take my measurements. World. All right, I am ready. We're going to tack this on here because we are straight and square and right where we want to be again. We were right where we wanted to be before, and then there. Okay. That's actually a pretty good. Get one on the other side like that, and I'll be happy as a. I can't say that. That light is reflecting down inside my helmet. It's prohibiting my vision. Yeah. Okay, I am going to I am going to take that strap off, get this tire off, take the ladder bar off, and see if I can get all that without having to tear all this back apart. Everything is clean. With that out of the way, I ought to have pretty good access to it. I'm going to take that tire off. If you guys don't know how to take a tire off, I'll go ahead and film that if you want. No, I think you guys are probably pretty good with the tire. So I'm going to take that off, get that ladder bar back off. Okay, ladder bar off, tire off, brackets exposed. Let's see if we can get that in there. I got a couple of really good ones on there, so it shouldn't be too bad. I think I'm on fire. Ow. That don't belong up there. Ah. I don't think that I'm going to be able to get a good wrap around here like I would like to. All right, I could probably reach a couple of spots, but I'm not going to be able to reach it all. What do you say? Let's tear it apart and get that axle out from underneath there, because I want to do a better job than just hacking it up, you know what I mean? If you guys want to watch, it'll only take a minute or 2, or 5, but you know, it ain't going to take forever. So, I'll turn the welder off, move some stuff around, I guess. You know, I really probably don't even have to take it out of there. I could probably disconnect that and just spin it right up where it's at now, because I don't have a tire on it. So I'll have to put the tire back on, and then I won't be able to reach into it. I guess it's coming back out regardless. Let me do that. Let's do it again. Disconnect the Panhard bar off of the rear end, but left it on the frame. The frame ain't going anywhere. Same thing with the shock mounts. No reason to take those off the top. And I don't believe that I'm going to worry about taking that ladder bar off the axle. Take it off the frame, of course. Maybe that'll help me to maybe get that thing tipped up and around. Like I said, yeah, I can half step it and try to weld it up on the side, but I just don't think that that's the best way to do it. So, okay, well, let's bring it out. Bring it on out. I want to knock those jack stands off the back. I don't want to knock them off the back. That's just what's going to happen. You know, you wouldn't think it, but it's still pretty heavy. There. Now we'll be able to get it. You guys probably can't see. Now I got all the access in the world to go ahead and get those welded in. I'll put a jack stand under this, you know, axle tube, take this tire off and be able to get in there. Just, it was going to be too much of a mess trying to get that in there. Like I said, it was too tight. It just wouldn't have been looking good. All right, let me get the welder back out, bring you guys back again. Hey, don't forget, you can like this video. Really helps me out a lot. Share it, get it out there so some people can see it. Subscribe to my channel. You guys need to come back again and again and watch the progress on this rat rod. 1973 CJ5, two-wheel drive, small block Chevy. Thing's gonna be kicking. Hey guys, check this thing out. A friend of mine made this for me probably 25 years ago, maybe a little bit more than that. He lived out in Seattle area when I lived out there. An old camshaft, a pulley, cam gear there at the bottom, and the flywheel, and he's got that all tacked together, and I use it as a, I use it as an ashtray. But this thing makes a cool outside garage ashtray. It's been on the patio, and it was on a back porch, a place I used to live. But if you got a couple of old parts laying around, you don't know what to do with it, put a lamp on there. Take it in and put it in the man cave. Just wanted to show you that. You know, I was just thinking, it didn't take me probably 5 or 10 minutes to get that rear end out of there. Now, granted, nothing was tight, but once the vehicle's together and running and driving and all that, if you had to take the rear end out for some sort of service, to whether it be the chassis or the rear end or for whatever reason, this setup is really pretty quick to get it out. You know, once you loosen everything up, get it up on jack stands, you could probably have this rear end out in less than an hour, easy. I just really like the setup. And my helmet came down over my eye. Can't see. Can you guys see? laid right in there like butter. But I didn't take my tire off, so I'm still gonna have to do that. You see if I can get a tack in here on the inside, maybe. Okay, maybe. Is that little flashlight still here? I don't think that it is. Back you guys up just a hair. I don't want that tire to knock you over. Yeah, that'll be just much easier to do this outside the vehicle. See if I can get down in there, just a hair more down on the inside. It's really hard to get down in the center of those. You fit the nozzle down in there, you got no room to turn it, and it just makes it impossible to get down in there. So gotta see if I can get in there a little bit. It'd be nice maybe with a TIG welder, but I've never TIGged before, and I don't have one. I'm half an inch off there. I'm 8 over there, and I am 7.5 over here, so I'm going to need to get my crap together. Look at that, 7 3/4. Well, I think I'm going to get at least one more turn. At least one more. All right, let's see what we got. Oh my heavens. That is 7 3/4 on each side. See if I can get you guys, hold on and bear with me. Bear with me. It's 7 3/4 straight down. And the same over here, 7 3/4. We got 3 inches on this side, we know, because that's where it was at. I'm gonna remeasure that now that I've moved the Panhard bar some. 3 inches to the center, 3 inches to the center. That is sucked in. I'm gonna put you back up there so I can take just a couple of more measurements. That's 33.5. Give me 1. Okay, what do you guys think? Are you happy with that? I think I'm going to go ahead and tack those, and then maybe if I, jack it back up, take the wheel off, take the ladder bar off, maybe I'll be able to get around those brackets to weld it in good. Like I said, last time it had the other ladder bars on there and everything else, and it was just a mess, so couldn't get it on. But at the very least, it didn't take us, 20 minutes to get it together on there. If I had to take it back apart before we get it welded, I'll take it back off to get it fully welded. This time I could actually leave the ladder bars on this side, take the Panhard bar mount off of the axle, the lower shock mounts, and just wheel that right out. That'd be just even a lot easier than that. All right, let me shut you guys off so I can turn myself on, the welder, and bring you guys back around and get those tacked into place. So I've been cleaning up on this rear end housing, getting ready. I'm going to spray some of that rust converter on it. I'm going to get some of that sprayed on there. Right now, Time for a little rust reformer. I'm not going to do the backing plates either. They seem to be in pretty good shape, but I'll be taking all of that apart because the brakes are going to have to totally be redone. Both brake drums are cracked. I don't know, that's sitting outside, freezing, getting water in there, freezing and thawing all those years. I don't remember them being broken before, but they are now. I cannot spray with that finger. I can't push the trigger. It's just gonna look way better sitting in there than being rusty. I use a wire brush, wire wheel mostly. Figured after all this work, I gotta clean it up some. Rat Rod Bob would say, good enough for a rat rod. I don't know if I've ever said, but at first, when rat rodding started getting popular, I was not a fan. Because most of the ones I was seeing at first was people going out of their way to make it look as bad as they possibly could. I just thought, no, I get it. I get building on a budget. Why try to make it worse? I mean, oh look, that quarter panel's in pretty good shape. Let's hack it, cut it, change it, beat it in with a hammer. Yeah, that's just like I said, that's just, don't put a lot of time in. Probably would have touched some of this up too. Once it's in, I can't spray with that finger. I never had this stuff when I was a kid. Whew. The fuse though, they had those. I remember. Not that I would have ever done such a thing. Well, I kind of moved ahead. I kind of got a little anxious and didn't hit the record button. I did stick the ladder bars back in. Now I got to do the shock and the Panhard bar. Wanted to bring you guys along for that. Now I'm not screwing everything in tight because I'm sure that once I get ready to put that front part of the frame back together, that I'm going to have to do some wiggling and jiggling. So the plan is I'm going to finish up this video with the back half, and I'll be starting on the front half in the next video in this series. That's a coilover screwed in. I'm going to move you back a little bit so I can get that sway bar in, the Panhard bar. I'll probably snug these up a little bit, but I'm going to get that sway bar in first. The Panhard bar was just bare metal. I went ahead, put a little black paint on it. Now I figured since it was all welded up, I might have to make some, some adjustments to this. So another reason that, like I said, I'm not going to be bolting everything up solid, but I did want to get everything in. Who would have guessed that that tape was made out of titanium or something? There, it's coming. It's coming. Score. Let's step back and take a look at this thing. So here is the back half, all welded together, all assembled. I think it looks fantastic. Ladder bars on the outside of the chassis, I think they look great out there. So I think this is where I'm going to leave it for this video. We will be back on the next installment where we're going to start on the front half. We'll get that thing prepped. I've got to finish grinding down the insides of the frame rails where the old blocks were, start measuring up, lining up, cutting some block, getting it welded back together. So I look forward to seeing you guys on the next one. My name is the West Man. This is my one stall garage. Thanks for coming along. Don't forget you can like, share, and subscribe to this video. Leave a comment, and I'll see you on the next one.